Hi, my name is Kimberly. I'm reporting live from Pixels and Pills from the CBI Social Media Tools Conference. I'm here with Lance Hill, CEO of Within3. Hi, how are you, Lance?
Great, how are you?
Good. Are you enjoying the conference so far?
It's tremendous.
Great. So can you tell me a little bit about Within3?
Sure. We're a company that specializes in building social media solutions that deal with healthcare professionals. We serve medical associations, pharmaceutical companies, medical device companies, and hospital systems.
Okay. So there's a growing perception that using social media to reach healthcare professionals is less risky than focusing on consumers. Is this true?
In some contexts, it's true. So one of the things with consumer social media, especially as it pertains to pharmaceutical companies, is you're dealing with a very wide open, vast space. When it comes to healthcare professionals, there's a lot of ways to interact with HCPs in social media channels that is much more narrow, much more controlled, and therefore less risky. And I think what we're finding, at least, is as pharmaceutical companies are beginning to explore some of those uses, they are in fact determining internally that there's a lot less exposure and potentially a lot more ROI than there would be with traditional consumer-facing social media efforts.
Okay. What do you think someone learning about using social media to reach healthcare professionals should really understand?
I think a few things, actually. The first one is, while on one hand, MDs and other healthcare professionals are consumers themselves and engage in social media tools as consumers, when it comes to their work life or their practice, the windows that they have to really focus in on engaging with a pharmaceutical company are very narrow. And using social media as a vehicle to make it more convenient for them to do so is extraordinarily important. And I think it's different than a typical consumer-based outward marketing push. It's much more of a two-way engagement type of strategy. And there are a lot of different ways to do this. I think in the HCP side, the areas that you can really affect genuine ROI, whether you're talking about multi-site clinical trials or advisory boards or key opinion leaders or medical affairs-based communities online, these things really drive a very different levels of awareness and business value. And so in the HCP space, I guess my general advice would be research the space. There are a lot of really great sites out there. Sites like Sermo and WebMD have been out for a long time and offer solutions in that direction. What we do is a bit different, where our solutions are focused directly by the pharmaceutical company. But there is a lot broader array of choices that I think exist in the consumer side.
Okay. Finally, you sat in on DD Mac's presentation unrolling their plan for guidance for 2010. So what do you have to say about it? Do you have any comments about that presentation?
I think it was a good kind of recap of the meeting that happened in November. Certainly, the point of the presentation was not to share any new information. It was more to recap what had already gone on. I think it leaves the industry pretty much where we were, I think, which is understanding that guidance is coming, that specific guidance is probably not coming in the near term. And so what that means is each organization is going to have to, from an internal perspective, with their own compliance groups, determine different tactics in the social media space that they're comfortable with and not.
All right. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us, Lance, and enjoy your time at the conference.
Thank you.
From Pixels and Pills, this is Kimberly signing off.